is going to hover towards that B side first, seeing Tex usually left on an island. The team's perfectly fine doing that in the early game as we see Zekken start to trend over.
Yeah,
but mid control
I can see it.
Right now for MIBR.
That might be one of those on paper,
That's a
it feels good, but in reality it's not. I don't know. Get it though. Honestly, both of them could be okay. I just think the duelists are too good right now. Why would you not play them?
But the push isn't over. Verno still looking for space, looking to get this trade for his teammate as NRG sets up towards the A side, and it looks like he might just get backstabbed as well.
Owned.
Ooh, 2 for Scuba already, and we haven't even really started the round, Vans.
Just really opens up the map. Look at Mada at the same time. While Scuba's just doing God's work at middle, they're just going
on
back
this
and
one,
forth,
yeah, this
grabbing
is
the orb.
nice.
So right now,
it might be on defense, NRG on attack. We can do that.
Very strong start in this pistol. And you talked about Tex having to play on the island quite often. He's going to use these cyber cages as one-way smokes and try
Sorry,
to
I got distracted by how close to his Montre is.
It creates a little bit of a backside for himself, but he peeks right away. And a third for Scuba. Are we ending Breeze from the other day here with his clutch? My God, he continues. And the whole team is basically packing sheriffs and ghosts, so as they line up to get these final kills, Vans, it should be enough damage coming through.
You got the slug mark? Love that. Do you like it?
To have Scuba continue to go for a hunt. I mean, that's 3 shots for a sheriff. All of them hit.
It's so good. Love that as well. Thank you so much. Dude, we're actually going to start it off with an ace. Like jumping around corners for him. Who's going to do it?
He's just going to wait it out. Let's see, Brock's
there we
gonna
go.
Be the sentry for him to search. Scuba with the shot.
Dude, just seeing that. What a way to start it. Sick round.
Want to come out strong for the side of NRG. MIBR starting off the pistol round where they do want it to play that contact play, trying to surprise some players, but look at the positioning coming out from this player right here. Scuba.
It's a nice sheriff skin.
Who has been unstoppable here in the VCL, going into this stage 2 of Americas, and also helping NRG hoist in that champs trophy in 2025. And already, they're already going to call it easy.
Yeah. Definitely no question about the Scuba skill.
Well.
That's okay. Well, did I curse that?
Yeah, no, the game's too easy for him that he's throwing his util off the map.
No question about the Scuba skill. We're going to test it again here.
That's basically what he's saying.
In a possible 1v5 situation.
And he's getting hit by recons on purpose as well.
Giving the rest of the team time to run free across the map here. They just don't know it yet as the smoke
and by the knives.
We see MIBR trying to get something going here on the second round.
While Mata falls, this should still be an easy plan for NRG, and despite the ore missing, it doesn't matter. They're still on the anti-eco for NRG, but you're still seeing how they're hitting the sights for the side of NRG. Bringing out this tail for Ethan. They're trying to make sure that nobody can really anchor within the sights as he actually threw those salvos back towards Trolla under that bridge in case you still have Tex.
I couldn't even work out what gun that was there from the skin, man.
Pristine position to
Guardian.
The second round for the side of NRG.
The Halo gun.
The interesting part about this too for MIBR, especially on Abyss, they could jump out of the map, go back into the next round, but very similarly to the last time when they had to play an eco against
Dude, this timing is... Yeah, I mean, he just cleared it. Oh boy, you guys were giving it, and they might eco you.
As the team tries to hit the site head on from that heaven drop, and it looks like it's going to be too much util across the spike for them to get it as they look for a bit more damage, a bit more armor, half on the spike.
Wait, calm.
Getting that tail
incredible eco, let's be honest.
Still quite a ways away, but that's 2 for NRG as they push into the bonus round.
Damage is there, though. The only thing you could get out of a positive in that post plan is at least Ethan staying very confident and stoic in that 2 versus 1. Knows that he has the time in his favor, and at the same time, just even waits for the smoke to disappear so he can just tap the last opponent down, which was Zekken trying to get that defuse. You see it right there? ADS, easy kill. So he saves the round now for NRG, and yeah, Bonkar's not throwing those big fist bumps. Yeah, there you go. The sigh of relief towards the end.
Well,
took quite a bit to get it out of the boys on that one.
Actually didn't get many tech poses today, so it makes sense.
We also see from MIBR is their
you think MIBR should play more double duelists? Yeah, I honestly think every team should be playing more double duelists at the moment. Double duelist, double controller on every map you can. That's what I'm on board with. Dude, I'm super... You know that Anders was saying that he would be playing... What did he say? Veto and Chamber. How is he meant to... I would love to see how he thinks he can win attack rounds with it.
He was technically supposed to be just slotted in to replace Som.
I guess he's using the trips as initiator hybrids, right?
And for them to win chance for NRG in that last year. When you look at the addition of Kiko, it's actually a great addition to the whole NRG squad because now you have
shoot your enemy. Oh, okay,
around to a lot of different roles. Being Ethan between Tejo and Astra for example, on Breeze.
You think 100 Thieves meta read is wrong? No, I don't think it's wrong. I think it works for them. I think they've got the best solo duelist that I've seen at the moment.
Ethan's going to play the initiator role. He can go into the Omen role. So it allows right now for NRG to have so many different approaches on different maps, whether it be double controller, double initiator, double duelist, they could have it. So that's going to give a lot of question marks for teams to try to prep against a champion team like NRG.
Using a lot of Astra dissipates.
They're not really showing everything
I mean,
that
gets to start eventually, but yeah.
MIBR, but they can still
you
go
just double
through
swing
that entire
stuff.
cycle just to make the season a bit easier in situations where they know they need an upper hand. And the same thing goes for MIBR, right? A lot of this idea surrounding the super team that's built is, oh my god, Second's there, but will he play duelist? Can he play duelist? Or is Aspas going to frag? And they'll continue to utilize throwing utility in front of him so he has the space to be Aspas over and over.
Did you get a bit of belief back for Fnatic today? For sure, they played pretty aggro. Like they played pretty aggro, and they added fast rounds in. For sure, they had those normal rounds where the time got to 5 seconds and they're just planting. But they had like 5 or 4 fast rounds in like a half. It's pretty good.
Aspas is, I mean, the most world-class player you can be, so you always learn a thing or two. He kills you on an angle, he kills you here, he kills you there. You learn these things, and you also see what you're doing that is like working because it works against him or their teammates or anyone else on the team. So it's always fun playing against better teammates.
Okay, I like your thinking, Desp.
He's the guy. He's playing against the guy. I mean, even earlier in their previous match when MIBR was losing 6 rounds in a row, there was a timeout. What'd they do? Come out of the timeout with an operator on Aspas. Everything was okay again.
Yeah.
That's just, it's just the way it goes.
And that's the thing. Aspas has found tremendous form. Again, going from last year into champs and then continue his
Yampy would use it? Yeah, he might have.
2026. So yeah, he's definitely a menace to deal with. You saw it when he played against Envy last week. They just gave him freedom of being able to work down towards wherever he wanted to go on solo because he was playing Waylay with an op on the attack side.
Increase the broadcast sound. Yeah, hold up.
And he's just going to land that shot.
America's is so low. I gotta.
To see such a superstar in Aspas to play against Mata, who's pretty much like we were calling it the up-and-comer last year, but now pretty much proven that he can hang with the best. He's definitely in that conversation here for Mata to be one of the best that the game has to offer in terms of duelists.
I can't wait to see, right? We're seeing these tier 2 players, now tier 1 for some time, just excel, right? And smash through any ceilings that people have for them in the beginning, and you see them approaching these veteran players very fast, and you're like, how far does that keep going? What is the next level for them?
Can you talk about your take on the meta right now? This all we've been talking about. Double duelist with double controller on the maps that you can, or if you got one of the top 5 chambers in the world, chamber on most maps,
that are available still.
or try Force the Sage if you want to be real different.
You can't teach old dog new tricks. Now it brings me to a segue to talk about dogs. So if you ever wonder why Aspas brings out a stuffed dog on his stage during his matches,
why is that?
You're about to get the answer. Not for me.
For double controller, some Brim as well, to be honest.
Hello guys, I am
Brim Astra on
for MIBR.
Abyss.
This one here is Doguinho. He is the first
Maybe
gift that my wife gave to me. She gave when I was going to fly to Istanbul to play
Champions
League 22.
Would be actually. No, you gotta run
he's been going to all matches with me. He
you gotta run a
in Turkey with me.
Gotta run a Killjoy, right? So can only have one smoke.
I put him inside the trophy. During the moment that the team was going to rise the trophy, he was there inside the trophy. It was he and Dogão, his Doguinho, but Dogão, that was the big one, he was inside the trophy as well. But Doguinho was on top. He won some Americas as well in 23.
Let's give it up one more time for Wow!
And 24. Doguinho says thanks for watching.
We thank Doguinho for all the moments that he carried Aspas to champions.
Yeah, exactly. And
do you think Alpha is a top 3 top 3 chamber? For the safety of it, I'm gonna say yeah.
Two of his former teammates being Tex and Mazzino,
just in case he gets on chamber and disowns everyone.
What was talked about by Emily, speaking with Aspas earlier on, now you have this super team during the offseason that was attempted to get built by the organization of MIBR, with Fraud as the main coach, but also bringing in Happy as the assistant coach, 2 now CS legends from 1.6 to CSGO to now this.
What's the benefit of playing double controller? I mean, it just makes the game easy.
Put into this roster for MIBR for this year, and now to see that you have
Amsterdam Kayak Guy, thank you for the 42 months. Long time, bro. Thank you for that. We might have to wait a bit, Amsterdam. I think we might have to wait a little.
With that roster, with Tex in there, so if Tex is able to find that
might
form,
take
which
some
he
time.
did in that matchup last week, and MIBR is definitely like a strong powerhouse that we have here in Americas.
There's so many good voices on that team. Speaking of that,
would you class as the top modern day chambers? Your demon ones, your cryos, that kind of vibe.
For the moment, that's
what time is it here?
Right
quarter past 10.
How far can they go? But we do still have the champions in NRG, who've made one change and are still showing us exactly what they did at Champions. Their first game, we're able to get through that pretty much as a breeze, and now we see them still innovating and bringing out new things, starting to here. Have to see how it goes.
I love that. And it brings a fun point as well for NRG, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
It's not a roster that blew up following a champs win.
Right.
It's not Loud of 2022. It's not EG of 2023.
I mean, I think it's almost dead over there,
The
Jules.
reason why they went for a roster change was because Sam wanted to retire. He wanted to chill, doing a marathon right now with Shanks, watching all the games in all the regions right now. So they needed to find somebody.
And now it seems that
he's
up
from
there,
Red Bull
man.
Homegrounds into now, Kickoff fits in quite well. And
You
even,
do well to
like I
name
said,
a better one.
elevates NRG in terms of being able to add
You have
new
a
to the
favorite
playbook
coach slash
because
team
of how
play style?
versatile Kiko is.
Favorite coach at the moment's probably Bonka.
Yeah, seeing him as the judge merchant slide around on Neon.
Always been great.
Home defense
No, he finally gets a good chance.
Site we saw on Breeze.
Sinzera, thanks so much for the prime. Thank you, thank you.
To retake it from
Sorry,
Cloud9.
Bacon.
And overall, like you said, the flex on that team is going to make them such a dangerous prospect throughout the year, even more than they already are as the champions. So you can't forget it. And now it's the brains of Verno.
Should you be excited to watch the Gen GT1 match? If
one
you're looking
IGL
for
with all
entertainment,
of
the
these
third
veterans
map
around him,
is full of
and
it.
then Ethan, a two-time champion, pretty much
If you're
has
looking
the
for
answer
top
for
quality
everything and doesn't
Valorant,
get the fog of
I
war
would
around him in any
probably
situation.
skip
It was still fairly new going into IGL even last year, right?
I'm
So
not
it's
sure
still
either of
fairly
them
new for
make
these two, but it's really fun to see
the
how,
first Masters.
you know, these two guys are going to
Uno
overwork this series. 'Cause you're now looking
Two
at Abyss
Tres
where
4 with
this
the
is
prime.
first time
Thank you
we're
so
gonna
much,
play
dude.
against NRG
My
on this
brain
comp.
melted with that one.
Split has never been
Thank
seen
you,
before
thank
by
you for
other
that.
teams, and then go to Breeze where we haven't seen MIBR yet since last year. So it'll be a fun one to witness when we have a chance.
When we have the chance, we appreciate your patience right now. We are going to take a quick tech timeout. We will be right back after this.
You think a Prime Demon 1 without aim, Scream, or a Yay in their primes? Yeah, it's hard to tell, man. Scream's aim in his prime is kind of nuts, dude, but I'm also biased. 3 minutes! Uh-oh. Well, at least we don't have to wake up in 8 hours time. Another PC issue. 10 hours? Okay, that's right. That's 2 extra hours of sleep. When you say top quality Valorant, what would you say the best games to watch in Kickoff for that? I think Gentleman's Navi was pretty good. I think G200 Thieves was pretty good. I'm hoping this game that we're watching right now should be pretty good. In terms of the APAC games, some of the I need more. APAC are a little bit behind in terms of the amount of games they've played, so there hasn't been as many. BBL very good, yeah. PaperX vs GE, yeah, but PaperX played pretty crap. I don't think that's a good one. Any updates on the mousepad? I think Sonia's midway through doing logo ideas, so because I wanted to like have a little logo at the bottom. It looks a little plain. Can you predict the result of Full Sense against Nongshim? I got no idea, man. I went for Nongshim, but I'm not confident. I think no, I went for Full Sense even, but I'm not confident. I think Nongshim work really well in this current meta. Any extremely early predictions on who wins Santiago? If NRG look convincing here, it might be them. I think I want to be able to say PaperX, but I got to see a better performance. It should be a good meta for PaperX. Which team looks like they have the easiest fix? I mean, you kind of got to give me options of who you think needs fixing. Early Preds, Fnatic, Na'Vi, Giants, Vitality. Kind of think Fnatic might win after what I saw. They can work out that they can actually just go fast double duelist, send it then. And Kayak said on the interview that they were maybe going to lean into that they didn't like the KO that much.
Now trying to look for something. Scuba untouched and unbeatable.
What does my sleep schedule look like? We go to bed when this ends. For like 4 hours, 3 hours. Depends how long this tech pause is. You see Gentlemates playing in the tourneys? Yeah, I think they probably qualify, man. They look really good. They got one of the better reads on the meta at the moment.
Welcome back to VCT Americas. Hope is on the horizon. I know you still see pause on the screen, but we should almost be there to recap.
Had you fit the gym in?
Believe it or not, first round by
Monday,
Scuba,
Tuesday, and Wednesday at the moment. I only get to do 3 days a week.
Into the fire just so we could get it. And they came out strong, and then a second round where they actually took quite a bit of damage on their gun round, so they suffered a bit.
A great response from
MIBR. It'd be a very Gentleman's thing to lose 3 best of 5s. That's true. But I think they're a new team now.
Going into that third round where it should be a bonus
round. Doesn't Vekash look insanely good on KO? Sure, his right click on a KO is great. I'm not sure that's what I want from my KO though.
As we get back here into the game, a setup now for
MIBR. It's good that he knows it's broken right now.
A knife early, sees nobody there from the side of KO. So that's the call right now for Aspas. You see the jiggles coming through. The camera stays up right now for Tex. So they could maybe try to answer
in this patch? I mean, it is broken, yeah.
A high trip just to make sure nothing crazy going into the site.
Double drone. Drone clears right and left.
Give Aspas a little bit of freedom to do what he can on the right there.
The trip goes a little low.
Scuba's gonna bite, and he takes so much
Tex
damage.
got wrecked.
That's where Scuba's Viper bite goes, so they know exactly.
This is bonus, by the way, so there's a big buy round that MIBR kind of have to win. It's their map pick. Dude, how high up on NRG are we going to be if they absolutely slam MIBR?
Very quick here is, again, NRG exits the site a little bit just to get that defensive setup.
Almost feels like this should be a call, but Mazzino still sticking out in the open, and finally there's that call to fall back. I gotta say though, a nice little idea to have that trip for the anti-dash, but at the same time you're playing against a Whaley, an easier recall. That would have been perfect against a Jet.
Yeah.
That said, you're able to see NRG on that hit on the B side stay very patient.
That's a strong hit.
So many players
they might need to time out early. I'm not sure Tex can play this. I also like that, dude, look how laggy it is when I draw. Oh my goodness. NRG maybe looked at the MIBR demo and they're just spamming back a site because Tex plays there pretty much all the time. Molly there, and then we got spam. Dude, it's so laggy when I do this.
A great focus from NRG, just being able to pinpoint an instant opening in the site there. You see towards the back. So he does go in, pulls back out, and oh, the Teo util goes back there. He gets pushed into the Molly once again after getting shot with the Guardians. So yeah.
Why'd you rate Bonkos so highly? He's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's been around from the beginning. He was a good IGL that essentially didn't have the best aim, but he was always very smart.
Yeah.
He's one of the better util users. He's always had good reads on metas. Everyone that he used to play with spoke so highly of him without being asked about him, which means he's good.
You're seeing a lot of teams still very comfortable playing this double initiator, but also adding that
third. He's a game abuser. He's a game abuser also, yeah.
So that's Tex with the camera. Or on NRG side, it should just be the Whaley dashing in, finding info, recalling. And that gives a chance right now for both teams to react a little bit more around that map. It also causes for a lot of defaulting, though, around the map, which is you're seeing NRG cutting noise and forcing MIBR's next round to get info. It looks to be a drone.
Do you rate Viper on this map? No, not really. I mean, you should rate Viper on every map, but...
Get right onto the money.
I would use someone else.
Scary spot to be is a solo.
I think honestly Astra Brim is better on this map personally. Might be the only map I say that.
safe for the time being as MIBR sets up for the retake, and NRG, again, pretty much a flawless entry into the site to get themselves set up.
Saved 2 weapons into it the last round was Aspas and Mazzino. Now, wouldn't be surprised if they go for it again. They did it with pistols in that second round. Now they want to continue to try to make it expensive.
Duel out with the 2 guns, but don't commit too heavy so people can save them.
Lineups, no salvos, though, really available, so they're just going to try to play the spray, actually, if you look at the remaining utility available for the side of NRG on the attack.
Just trying to get somebody up close. Oh, Mata over the smoke already. Whittles down the numbers of MIBR here.
It's the pressure from Upper as well.
Looking for those ult points, but Mazzino answers back. Now to the 3v3. Spike's going down, so they're going to have to get it to half soon here as NRG lights up the kill feed. That's going to be all they need to take down MIBR.
Looking to a guy just trying to panic defuse.
That's twice now that NRG. I mean, it's cutting it close, but at the same time, they're doing a great job playing off the sites and off each other to make sure that the smokes that are being thrown by MIBR to attempt to defuse really
go into the NVIDIA control panel. I think I need to just lower the hearts.
It almost feels calculated on the walls that they're setting up right now on their attack side, where Kiko could play it as a one-way smoke on the top of the box.
No trust, bro. No trust. Good job. Good comms. Good job.
All right, into round 5.
Honestly, these things should be off anyway.
It's quick.
Late recon, dude, look at this. Late recon that lands just in time for your split. It's a bounce one, so you're looking at it so that you can actually... Dude, I love these kind of strats, man. Bacon will know. I still do these all the time. You do recon that goes up in the air, but it also bounces, and it's like they're kind of focusing on it at the same time as you're rushing in. And when it bounces, it kind of goes so slow as well. Viper ult's pretty cool. Dude, NRG look really drilled, man. They might just sail through Americas.
So many little setups that they have, different looks each round. It's like when MIBR does get guns, they're not seeing the same thing. They can't even find something that they saw the previous round. Looks like a save here for Aspas and the operator, since it is a key
straight away save. We've got good ideas coming out here as well.
The biggest win con for MIBR against Envy.
Yep.
Potential will continue to do so throughout the season for this Brazilian organization. But again, when we were just talking about this double initiator on the side of any teams right now,
this was a sick exec. This was a cool round.
You see how NRG could also up that tempo by using the Teo salvos to immediately break the doors.
This is looking like one of those. We've got so many rounds that the first time we use it against teams, they're going to get
any
wrecked.
Team to play a retake if a pit comes out that deep.
This is the first year that a champs winners team doesn't implode.
Around that anyways.
I mean, they lost a player.
A long hallway, you'll probably be 30 health at by.
They still lost a player.
The damage from the pit, anyways.
Timeout, chat. I need to change my ads.
Called here by the team, so MIBR Fraud can get in the ear of the players.
You should still be able to hear everything.
Figure out where.
Dude, hopefully this still works.
Stop to these energy hits.
30? I mean, you can count down, dude. It'll be under 30.
We've seen so far, it's been outside of that piston round where that double walk down on middle from MIBR. The rest of it has been kind of trying to be more reactive on things and giving too much space for NRG to work with. And that was probably also a nice plan that they drafted up against Envy in their last game. When you're playing the
no
knife,
lag,
it's not
perfect.
finding anybody. Verno usually goes for the owl drone right after, so they are trying to find immediate information by cycling util around that 1 minute 20-second mark so that they could actually go for the stack into the fight. Right now, maybe you're asking here for, I mean, you're seeing
do people think that Kiko is better than Som?
Fraud here by MIBR.
Yeah,
not
for sure.
saying too
People
much.
think that.
During these timeouts, it's also
I think mechanically he is
fairly vocal.
But as a whole package, I would say Som brings more to a team.
As well. So again, you talked about the
Sebs, thank you so much for the prime. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Very confident as he reads the game perfectly.
And one of the things they praise him for that I feel like always stays, it's not something that can waver, is that he knows the game around the ultimates, around what they can play, what the other team has. That's not a statistic that changes, right? The ults will come up and go down.
Mechanical.
So he's not
for
afraid
sure.
Of who's fragging,
just the Kiko's
who's on the other team. He plays around
probably
the
one of the
game,
best we've seen.
One of, I think, the biggest things for him.
Which is kind of crazy, man, considering
focused on what the win con can be.
He's
Let's
had
see
a
if
good
they have it here
rise.
from the defensive side after their timeout. Verno already says if they try this again.
Big time, and maybe they're ready for these faster set strats as well. Verno's done great on this one.
Takes a bit of damage there as they toast him up with a little bit of the Lego last jump from Brock.
If Ono gets another kill, they're going to all for a retake. We've got double, triple, and got camera, so we can late retake and see where they are.
Very nice call. He plays forward here to just punish.
Yeah, the trip's going to give him good info as well.
Trying to leverage our ults to take over Heaven again.
Did they cut sound for so long that they weren't convinced that they were actually hitting the site, so we had to check camera early? I think so.
MIBR to have more util for the retake.
It's rare that NRG has pushed to the backside of this site. Usually you get kind of a
double
drop
up
over
in
the
Heaven.
Falls, but they are planting
Bad
getting
Magic
back
with
to
the 9 months. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for that.
It's been working. The trips aren't even in use now, but Mazzino isn't going to matter. He just swings out on Brock and takes him as the team is now figuring out
nice shot.
To find where
Got
NRG is. Mata being a nuisance from Heaven, another kill there, but Second's able to answer it back easy.
When you just do that.
Coming in through the smoke, however, for MIBR is they leave
I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say someone hit him through the smoke. I know you're all thinking it.
Very nice where we talked about the lack of util. Well, that makes it even harder when Mazzino's going to start popping off that KO ult. The null command really not allowing NRG to really slow down that fast push from the flood of MIBR back into the A site. And that now finally have a full smoke covered up. Talking about conversions on timeouts for the side of MIBR, they've been quite good going into those calls, but also very difficult for them to string rounds together.
Answer your question. What's your question, Dust? Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if NRG has an answer back right away. An op shot, but it misses.
You can see Aspas getting hungry now. Wants to make a mark at the beginning of these rounds instead of wait for something to happen.
Oh,
0
it's
point
a
gets
big
destroyed
break.
here.
Would have been
not
4.
Gonna have more info than a few. They know the hit's going to
Which
come through, though. You see
VCT
how much
player
he wants to peek,
resembles
but everybody,
my playstyle the
playing
most?
their life here. Just Mazzino in sight to try and grab some info. And he's doing a great job at
He's a dumb
somewhat delaying the situation
player.
here. Aspas goes down as soon as the smoke does, and NRG is locked on these angles with no fear when the smokes go down. Zekin, though, coming back into the site, gets taken down by Kiko as the dust settles now at 2v3 for MIBR to get back in.
Yeah, good on Zekin to even slow the tempo once again from NRG, giving a chance here for heroic plays to come out. To get an ult out for Tex, but it's a little bit too far away.
YZ because of the judge?
What?
Might actually be YZ.
Yes, it did.
Apart from he's mechanically way better than I would be.
Hats off to Kiko. Gets another one in the site, and they know exactly where Sova's coming from. Verno here holding the ult, obviously.
Win one, lose the next, money's in the bin.
Looks like
They are snowballing so well.
You have the orb cycle coming through from Scuba and from Kiko. There's nowhere you're walking up that ramp, especially now where they spotted from the shadows where Verno was rotating from.
Advantage
there's
because
no way
there's more VOD footage of this NRG. Ah, that was so long ago, man.
You have to respect Mazzino's though. Mazzino's attempt to stay alive towards that new box has been.
They wouldn't be using
good.
Much of the same stuff. Maybe on like
last week, and at the same time just putting up high numbers as his KO. And now he's just trying to stay alive to give a chance for his teammates to rotate on time for Aspas to find a timing and swing out, but they both got punished in the end. Too many numbers on the side of NRG as they overtake that B site.
It's where they get into sight, they stand there, wait for the smokes, kind of like they do over at A. They don't enter the back just yet until they absolutely clear.
The good thing about NRG
I mean, that's good protocol, but man, they are sticking to it right now.
Even though it's not like double duelist, it's still a lot of fast strats, and they've always pretty much done this. It's normally after timeouts, but obviously they're doing it to start off this game also. But it's just such a nice thing to have. Again, it's something that Fnatic kind of added in today that I think they should lean on more. But fast set strats, and Bonkar's one of the better person at making them.
And that's the call already for
just so strong.
Well, it's A or B. Let's just 5-man hit a weak site.
He missed his dash.
Waylay sight in. Better than a drone at this point, and Kiko's up top to still finish it, thinking they have backed off all the way. No, it is not true. They're still getting these inserts instantly into the site. And they're able to just rinse and repeat.
Oh, it's so nice as well. They create pressure like they could be at the back, but then all the KO util gets used for it. They broke the knife, so we can get the info. And he's still out of there as well. They still got Omen Flash.
Whatever, Kiko.
Now just play offside.
Vision block goes in, so this might be a little bit of a spam fest. We have shocks going in the air with mollies.
That could be good with the shots, it could be nerdy with the shocks as well.
Look at that pose plant. Shock pose plant, Tejo Salvo pose plant.
It's disgusting,
A little bit more from everyone when they want it.
Welcome to
And
VALORANT.
there's 3 outside the smoke, just firing phantoms through mostly, so you can't even get a good return trade on the situation.
It almost feels right now that for MIBR, I think after that timeout, the idea is right. they still have to try to push forward and try to just lock down a lane.
They look dialed in. They look really dialed in. They got I mean, they're insanely well drilled right now.
The pop flash try to push down towards middle, but it's just unfortunately.
I like that they won champs.
But if you're looking at the way that NRG is currently hitting this A site, sometimes they go
I like that they won champs and they look like they're still hungry.
So you kind of always keep MIBR guessing. You have to do a very good job right now.
It's very easy in Valorant to just feel like you've won it all once you win champs.
There's that pop flash mid we saw or heard last time. Already ready from two sides of this. They've pushed up to cover mid to react to that what they just heard from last round over towards that A side. Just round to round
playing like they're still broke.
On how to beat MIBR in the following round.
And all they had to do was to stay back and break that recon dart on middle, and as soon as that's broken, there's no value.
Land Orca, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you, thank you.
So NRG one step ahead of understanding how MIBR could maximize his composition to surprise their opponents if they don't have enough money for that op, and they're doing a great job just really nullifying any type of aggressive attempts from MIBR to get.
Isn't Cypher horrendous? I wouldn't say he's horrendous.
For this from the Neon game
I would say he's a lot worse than he was, yeah.
10-2 over there. Being the second follow-up in these plays as the secondary controller or mid controller. They're both kind of doing the same amount of controlling, but it's just so on point right now when they go.
Oh, the new scan from the drone is looking nice, though. You got to say that. We've seen people play it over towards heaven and pop it through their smokes and just wreck people. Well,
it's just so tough right now.
Got a tail.
Especially when you're leaving techs. You could give him so much confidence.
It feels really fast as well. We had a tech pause, but it still feels like a fast game right now.
On top of that, a recon dart to ping you out.
Eternal, thank you so much, man.
They
I think NRG can be the first team to win a champs and a masters.
Deny plant with
oh yeah, no one's done that.
They got to think of something new. Play a little bit more of that buddy system aggressively inside these sites.
Very true.
They won the hardest one.
Cosmic Divide here, coming in for the retake, and Scuba just sinks him.
Right, it looks so easy for them.
Scuba playing around his Viper walls, man. Just highlight reels after highlight reels for this kid.
That's crazy. Something we saw NRG doing versus C9 was that
they got the tail out of them, yeah. This is positives, you're right.
Even let the other team know they were there. So in the silent moments, they're even better.
I thought they were saving where they takes forever, bro. Jesus.
Well,
Brock just wants to play.
And that's why the advantage is always going to be on their side when you're looking at it here, Riv, because the more time you're taking for MIBR
has done it. Yeah, that's true, but he said team, right?
When you've already lost site control.
Penguin with the tier 1, thanks so much for the 38 months. Thank you so much, dude. I
don't know if it was so I don't even know why Vernal continues to be fully active and vocal because these guys are playing abyss to perfection. Yeah. This is definitely not the same type of scoreline.
He gave you the he gave you the slug pin. I only gave him 2 Penguin, so you got the other one from him.
These two teams. It seems that it's
big
been
respect to Mini for doing that.
Remember the last time when they played, it was Ethan actually playing the Harbor. And what made the Harbor so strong on this map was just that double cascade slicing and, you know, the refresh of the high tides, which we don't have that anymore. We've seen some teams still try to attempt it by almost mimicking that comp.
Limited edition? It actually is, man. There's only like 15 people.
You know, the best of successes that we saw from Kickoff on that agent because of the kit that's been so, I guess, neutered at this point.
And we look at this game coming into this week as a litmus test for MIBR. What's their positioning? How ready is this super
NRG
team?
slow it down, do they keep on going fast? They're up against the eco, they obviously got to worry about Aspas on this one.
Show us how fast they can reach it, because right now
there's a lot worse with this.
Keeping them off any kind of climb in this game. 8-1 now.
What do we say in plat chat for this? Did anyone go MIBR?
If MIBR really likes to take these rounds long.
Or do we all go NRG?
Just saw a fourth piece of the how they could get active information. Kiko going for a jump peek TP back in KCC's like a push coming out on the eco for MIBR
all NRG
after this timeout. Okay. They're looking to just play more safely and stack up for MIBR on this.
I mean, NRG are playing like
forcing energy.
They
to
don't
use
know
that
about it
on their attack side to have hopefully a little bit less on the actual hit. And that drone will now confirm that this should be a B finish. So MIBR so far reading this correctly.
Still taking a little bit of that space to confirm with vision. Is Verno on the right side, so he's calmed everyone in sight. It's just an eco, so they're looking to get some.
So fast. Well, he broke my internet with that shot. Now what? Dude, I can't go to Twitch this early on. Come on, YouTube. You're better than this. And Twitch this fast.
Here. Aspas looking, lands himself in.
Just in case.
Combos, but they do get out as the convergence pass comes through.
Bro, why is it the quietest thing in the world?
Get out of this situation. 3v3.
Charges. I got this button.
So you had to use a big ult just to stall here, just to try to get the plant down. There's only 20 seconds left, and MIBR is actually primed right now to be able to hit back. Especially now with the camera. You still have the Blade Storm available for Aspas. They could do some damage here.
Honestly, sometimes it's just
Restart
about the
my
confidence,
PC,
fans.
mate.
You're right. The ult has allowed MIBR to kind of squeeze NRG into a position of anxiety here, and they're wondering which way is the right one to look. That's cleaned up a little bit by Ethan to start him off, triggering Aspas to go, but Mata already had the situation locked down. It took him a moment,
give
but
YouTube a
NRG
second
still
go?
power through.
Almost the lineup was
pretty far ahead
of
over here.
when they went for that double swing on that side. The amount of
Oh, they're
shots
pretty
are
far behind
trying
over
to
here.
bait
Hold
them
on.
out so that Aspas can get value off those Blade Storms.
I know, they're so far ahead.
Nice little transfer in the end for
Is
Mata.
that what you want to do? Give YouTube another try?
Run.
We'll wait
In
for
that
this round.
timeout, even if it looks disappointing for
Only
Frog,
because
there's
something's
still,
happened
again,
fast.
in these eco rounds, good damage being done for the side of MIBR, but this is where it gets important. The money's
Everyone
back,
pay attention.
which allows Aspas to invest into another off. He's done these plays before, and it's red already.
Last time Aspas tried that, he was able to walk out of it. So he probably felt real comfortable trying again.
And usually they use a KO knife to make sure that they could nullify some utility to not allow Aspas to be cleared out from a drone or anything like that, but it's just Mata walking up to get the hit.
Yeah,
so that just comes down
but
to
he actually made
the
a sound cue,
preparation
right?
for something like Bonkar when it comes down to these games, and why NRG had such a surge of results that put them into the finals of the Americas of Stage 2 that made them win champs. This guy works around the clock and figures out here how their opponents play and just punishes them every time.
It really is a core point. You have a team that wants to buy an op so much. You have a team this smart, you can read that economy like a book. Coming out of that low buy round, of course they wanted one. You're right. The homework was done for that, for sure. Back into the B site once again. That back left connection, always a big one for the team to take, so they know they have site coverage. And this is where MIBR could somewhat excel. It's what we saw them coming back in their previous match on, is when they could get to the site and flood in. But already they could get picked off in mid here.
Yeah, what's his reaction? Does he see him?
Too, like
Whoa.
just a pop flash.
Nah, he got a freebie before he goes
Scuba.
down. Could have been so
At
much
least only
worse.
gets one, but you're seeing on the other extremity of the map here, on the defensive side, everybody's just trying to go for hero plays. Just trying to hopefully make something stick.
Again,
Mate,
Masino trying to peek.
I don't know if you got the memo, but your right click is
but
way
NRG has
better
made
now.
all of these 1v1 situations across the map, and they continue to do that as MIBR needs to search and see where they're inserted, where they're hiding. Because with the speed NRG's taking sites,
chat
they know
spoiler
they don't
alert,
need
he
everybody
saves.
in there, and they probably didn't use
Just switch
everyone
him.
who's lurking, is the question.
Scuba and Brock as well, actually. You're not expecting the biggest of results, especially with the attempts of NRG in the
Dude,
past.
why is this chat here?
Super teams that they
I
tried
hope
to
they
build.
played that little soundbite. I say he's gonna outdraft on the box, and I just kill him.
He
There you
knew
go,
it.
just knew.
He knew it.
Watching that tape. But again,
Oh, didn't he hear him though?
they look excellent now since the addition of
Hero raided
all of
you.
these
Oh,
players
Hero,
around
thank
the
you so
NRG
much, bro.
roster.
Sorry, I missed that, man.
Rebuild around Ethan.
Appreciate that.
And now they're
Thank you,
definitely
thank you.
looking
Hope your
just
stream
like a
was good.
strong super team. At least in the
Best of
Americas.
luck in your next game as well, mate. Wait, who'd you play?
Nothing they're
Fnatic.
doing
Ooh.
requires too much, right? It is
Is that right?
ABC. Your drone goes in, dart goes in, and
That
the
should be a
coverage
good
is
one.
there. There's nothing you need to guess about. You don't have to. We heard Ethan say trust earlier, but I say it gives you all the trust.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you, thank you.
On these site takes.
So they are trying to close down these gaps here for MIBR that NRG is trying to default at the beginning. So the salvos that breaks the door, very similar to what Verno did before. Aspas is going to try to take that spot. NRG is still keeping things very slow. Up and down walls, creating question marks.
So
But now,
ult to
with
get
the
over
orb being
towards the
picked up,
site.
You know it's towards the A side.
Viper ult to
Aspas
win
is
it.
going to rotate there, but we're going to try to use util to try to clear him out so we can pit into A. There's still 50 seconds left on the clock, but now with nobody inserted across the map, it definitely looks like it's going to be the explosion into this.
Yeah, is
A
he,
site.
is he
And this
dashing
has to be one of
outside
the
or?
holes. Zekin and Aspas have been playing together a lot. They've been synergizing around these two roles. If they can make it work, this is the time. Zekin gets 2 on this as Aspas goes down, and MIBR is still looking to hold the site.
Oh,
but
look
there's
at
the
this
salvo
Viper.
from
Dude, this
Ethan.
is how drilled we are. We have a
Viper's down
Viper
little
ult that
bit more
covers
for
the
the side
plant
of
spot, and I've got a
NRG.
safety net over
Still
towards here that I
3v3
can
here,
hide
but
a
Brock is
main.
gonna quickly
I can't,
change that as
bro.
Verno goes for the peak.
I get it. You guys are drilled.
Zeno has to creep in, has a ways to go before he finds anything here, so he might even have to duck out. No. Gets Brock on one, is going to go ahead for a little bit of a refresh as he flashes back in. Now he knows he has Tex at the hip. A tap on the spike. No, they're going to continue to push forward to try to do this silently. Ethan finds Mazzino. Tex with just a running gun. But Scuba's able to lock it down once again.
Well, at least they're making up time for the tech
final
balls.
situation.
And it almost looked like it was going to finally work for MIBR, adding another body in there, making sure that you're breaking out that util, and they almost had a pretty strong hold for the side of MIBR, coming close to the wire again in the final moments of the round.
Gosh,
oh, you're right. 11-1 Abyss.
Somebody into the salvos. The reaction time
surely one of the mentions there.
Their abilities is wild. 11-1.
You got a whole half time. Someone's saying it.
A big hill to climb when we come back.
One of them's talking about it. One car's at least bringing it up.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars.
Not how it works.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal today.
Game is not as close as it's meant to be. I mean, yeah. They locked in, we've seen this before. Yeah, it probably will be that. You only lose an 11-1 lead on a map once. Transin with the Prime. Appreciate the 8 mums. Thank you for that. What is Skirmish? The 1v1 mode.
Welcome back to VCT Americas as we get ready for the second half.
Did MIBR do anything wrong? I don't know, man. I was too busy looking at all the good stuff NRG was doing, to be honest with you. They anteed to maybe the Cypher at the beginning can't be playing the same spot that he's been playing in the other demo. Right, they probably should have changed up their setups a little bit. But it looked like NRG had so much good new stuff that they would just win no matter who they play here.
Once we get into the server, though, an interesting look at what we have for MIBR is in the past, though, we're trying to rate boss Aspas by having Mazzino trying to drop, you know, like a ghost or something for Aspas so he could get an extra clout burst. But this time around, they're going for the flash ghost and also him just going with the sheriff. So you need Mazzino and, well, I was going to say, and Aspas to work together here, but he's just throwing a flash, trying to create a fake towards this A side first so MIBR can start activating on mid control and trying to cut these rotates across from NRG.
They want quite a bit of map control here. See who's hiding where, who wants to play on what for the pistol round, and Tex gets the better of Mata to start off. I don't think he actually identified how many were in mid either, so it's still a question mark for NRG, but they're keeping focus on it.
The other thing that's difficult now is how you're going to cross this line of scrimmage with this extra wall being put up by Scuba. He used to play the Vice a lot in the past, using the wall to prevent players from rushing through, doing very similar looks now with the Viper Wall defense on B. Also, there to help is Ethan just around the corner with 2 salvos.
2 salvos out, no dart info. And
Guard too.
Quite stalled here. Brock down to 4.
Exactly. It'll be a stop and go right now for MIBR with 36 seconds left and all 5 of them
on
the side.
They don't really cut sound too much.
It comes down to the fundamentals. Who has the best crossfire and who is able to swing off each other the best.
No one's going to rotate from that.
Second has 2 stars left. He's at the back of the heaven area. See if we get any here. He's going to actually split the site in 2 so they can work the front and get to them backside to plant on the left. And NRG is huddling just as much here. It's about to be a party at the backside. Inferno comes up huge with the sheriff. Aspas answers as well, and it leaves Kiko to try and do what he may from the side. And he's found out. MIBR grab a very much needed pistol round.
And the beauty again of the fundamentals and having veterans like Fraud, like Happy going into the buddy system. And as he creep up for both Verno and Aspas, they went high-low with the shares too to make sure that they could try to go for trades. And it's Verno just capitalizing on two that have pretty good spacing for the side of Scuba and Ethan.
Oh, flawless. You heard this guy's flawless.
I heard it now. I heard it now. Holding with the Marshall on this one. So we
NRG with the insta stack. I mean, they got to do something aggro.
Backed up by Mazzino. And they're actually just calling this push right now. The forward smoke from NRG. And they're going to try to come out into the blender of MIBR.
Yeah, a lot harder to try to pop out of a smoke when you have flashes to work with. So you're trying to leverage salvos to break crosshair placements. But MIBR were doing a great job just playing out towards that spawn. They were just ready for that push.
Too good. Nice control.
I'm glad you guys are having fun.
Oh, that was another flawless.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the second hot.
I thought Tex was going for it too, so we had to. All right, 11-3. This is a huge round for MIBR. The eggs are in this basket right now, as they only see Brock on one side. We still keep the consistency of this mid push around, and they see Mata again.
And they're just using the firepower to work together. Verno, who's been very good here on clutch scenarios. They're just trying to have him and Osbos scale up towards this mid. They're keeping NRG quite cautious of trying to fight back at this spot, so they're turtling up. So this is a lot of space right now that MIBR could start taking towards the mid round.
Okay,
Drone now should get broken up here by Tex.
He tempted to call some of his team over.
Seen, but not too much off that. Doesn't matter if he's suppressed or not.
3 passing from here? I don't think I've ever seen 3 go through here.
This could be some good timing
always
for
max
MIBR.
2.
They're still waiting very
Gonna updraft up
here on the main area. Oh my God! Just
probably not going to see 3 going there for a long time.
Here, Brock holding down the vent. A quick hat trick for him, and this changes the mind of Tex and Zekin.
And just
dude, that was so fast. The first 2 kills.
Felt like there was a bit of a miss on how they wanted to open up on that door, though. Because when you have to drop that star down for that side of Zekin, you're already making a call. Okay, there is definitely going to be a push coming out from the connector here from middle onto the A site. But now you're forcing Osbos to break the door and also trying to clear. Well, maybe somebody should have stayed back. That's a second player just on crosshair placement. So they could try to look at, hopefully, somebody on the other side of the door to trade out. Yeah. But 2 of them got caught off guard. The third one was stuck with util in hand and try to go for the hero play, and it becomes an easy kill for Brock. Yeah, this is going to put NRG on that point.
Why save?
I mean, it's to be a little bit of money to buy there still for MIBR, and the question
give
is
themselves
now
the best chance
with
possible.
The last round or match point looming overhead, do you get tempered and play where you don't want to lose, or do we see our first fast round from MIBR? Because it seems like the slow rounds are punished here by NRG. Just sit back and relax, coach.
That easy.
Team's got it for now.
Maybe be a challenge for Bonkar. When you save 2 weapons, now you're forcing out for the rest of this game. At least the buy is still good for MIBR. Trying to activate a little bit more quickly.
Yeah.
Having that smoke on the top, trying to go for that early pressure on mid, and Mata avoids the knife.
Bonkar? Yeah, he's got an assistant coach. Strong.
Osbos. He's going to now slow down the tempo a bit.
It seems like bodies are a thing now. They just have to use Vans. Like, hey, we're here, power and numbers.
He's been doing stuff
we'll trade you.
the beginning as well of the game.
Never given by NRG.
No. They are very good at keeping themselves back and in that position to play with each other. And again, backing off, just looking to slow them, and they gather in sight to take a different position because they're not sure what's behind them. Zeno nicely getting that kill on Namada. A lot of action on Vent throughout this game.
Big reaction over towards B. How ready are we?
Another one.
Very ready.
That should pull everybody back towards B.
Hopefully. They got to be moving.
Already got that kill onto Z. You saw, you know, the first contact that went out towards Ivy, and at the same time you're punishing a double push on B main. That's an open site. Brock and Kiko probably will have to save here at this point.
I love they're still going to play it like they have to take it because it's unknown, and that's actually respectable. Because why make a mistake at this point and just get shot in the back from their spawn? Default smokes out. Going to go ahead and retake, or take this side, I should say, as Zekin cleared off the players who were on it.
Yeah, and that's also why I like the call from Verna going to this round to play that round, even though you're at map point for energy to still play.
Do you think of the MIBR comp? I mean, it's old school, man. It's old school A spam comp. It's fine.
in that last week when that map point, they just explode and try to find that round. Of course,
If it's a lot of your comfort.
As quick, but you saw how we were just slightly overconfident on winning these duels.
Are just spamming
every
side
person
hits.
got punished as they were trying to push forward and close that gap. So MIBR potentially getting their first flawless.
I hope they do. Need that money. Get Ospas back on an op. Another core factor for them. And this push here from Verna. You have a dart. You have a dart, sir. Doesn't need it.
No, he's got minima.
Oh, that shouldn't help.
It does.
No, it's not the minima. It never will be, Vance. It never will
it's the
be.
minima.
Is
Nice
Teo
job by Verno
the
there,
meta
clearing
on this?
two
I mean,
at that tight
I
situation
personally,
event.
and I think teams
And,
should probably listen
a
to this
few
as well.
rounds for
I
themselves
wouldn't
now
try
here to
copy
start
this
stacking
comp
the
from
economy, make some
NRG.
decisions and see if they
This
can't
is
really
one of
figure
those
out how
that
to crack
I
this
think
NRG
could
defense.
go pretty wrong pretty fast. You might
It'll
just
be tough.
struggle a
Another
lot.
guess coming through from MIBR
on
and the
attack.
first op that comes out on the
Not that
defense too
NRG
for
do,
energy,
but
so if they are
it's
trying to
one of
go for
those.
that fast hit on middle for that control in the first place, then it's going to be instantly punished by Mata.
Why not? He's shown you 2 fights in mid. Why wouldn't you go back for it for another one? Almost tempting it at that point. He's been solo every time. There's a quick shot.
Yeah, Kiko was just trying to find the timing. Smoke comes up, count to 3 seconds, try to get the spray.
Yeah.
Beautiful Hunter's Fury, though.
Almost hit him in the knee.
Nicely done.
Yeah, Kiko safe
He got out of
for
there.
now. Very nice sight take.
Well, push
Ospas
shot.
gonna hide on that right side. Brock able to find one through the smoke, starting before it even begins here on the retake.
Oh,
my
he
gosh,
got the
fans, it is
ult
just not
from
stopping.
it.
From the vents here, Verno, maybe another one, or Brock rather, maybe
Nice
another one.
util, man.
Oh, the shock dart onto Tex. They're gonna start trading util back and forth here. And we still just have a waiting Mata to help get back into sight. They finally have enough here to do it. Great hold so far by MIBR. They need to string this round together as well.
Look
And
fast.
they're gonna do that. No problem on it. Well, shot by Mata though. Do they want to drop the up?
Go on,
How
mate,
bad
let's
do they
see it.
want to drop it is a question.
They don't have money to work with, I think, right now for Mata.
I should for sure be
He should try to
saving,
go for a
but
pick, make it expensive if he can.
Yeah.
But
sometimes
just
you're
getting punished
12-5
in
up.
the end. And as we
You just
talked
gotta
about,
go for
MIBR loving to use Ospas on the op on the attack side previously, they decide not to pick it up for this round. So Ospas is going to go Vandal side against NRG on the attack. That said, you have to commend Tex right here in these plays. Pushing forward and getting those 2 kills doesn't really allow. I think that second salvo is probably still available for Ethan, which is another great point to the composition that they're running here for the side of NRG. They could really flood with a lot of util back at the site. And Tex was able to open that up.
I mean, I'm sure Ospas is talking a lot, but this is the most clips we've had of him in a game. Like, actually being,
Bonkar's
vocal
getting
for the
involved
squad.
here.
Like,
They
he's
go
always
down to
saying
an
things,
eco.
but we usually don't get the reacts from him, so it's cool to see
Might be telling him off
that he's
there.
vibing out there as well, even
There's
in
the
his
gun.
focus mode.
Make sure we save some of our ults. We can probably go aggro. We can react over towards mid.
Chatting it up again. And most of the NRG guys listening here to figure out what they can do to stop MIBR's pushes here. They've actually played the rounds a little bit late, as we've been seeing. The one where Zekin was able to take out the push from B, and then the previous one we just saw a little bit quicker with the early darts and util use from both teams right out of the gate. So a nice variation of that, but MIBR do like the low round, slow rounds.
Has anyone seen the Giant X tweet? Now what's going on?
We'll move soon into territories where you're going to be able to start cycling ults on the side of NRG for the next, in 2 rounds rather. Maybe Mata being the first one to be able to bring that across.
180 stream streak? Wait, what? Who?
But then for MIBR, you have the null command available
Harsh.
for Zeno. The question now
Harsh
comes into play. You know that NRG
43.
should be going on to a lead within the next
180
round.
stream
You still wanna
streak.
try
I've
to
even managed
pop very
that.
quickly after this timeout, just to make sure that you continue to snowball a couple rounds here on your attack side. I think the answer for me now is
Jesus,
probably
man.
not at this point. Even though it looked very one-sided for
That's
NRG
insane.
on their attack side to start, this is still now looking at a 4-1 on that second half for the side of MIBR. It almost looks like a very impossible task to come through
I'm
here
at
for
2.
MIBR
I mean,
to
you-
bring this into
you get in
overtime,
there.
but it's definitely doable with how they've been
178 to
opening
go.
up here energy on their attack side.
Well, take them a second to pop right out of the timeout because we are now into a tech pause. So they have a lot of time to think about
115
it
stream streak.
before
Dude.
they get into their strategy.
Simsum.
But I agree.
Simsom, even, we should say, right?
Have to see what they have in store for us. Fraud. And the rest of the team now quiet.
60.
One of the things
Yeah,
from,
dude, even 60s.
MIBR side, who was watching the second interview, was that in their previous game.
Don't look at the giant X tweet. Okay. What is it? TikTok stuff.
Felt. And he said we made mistakes.
So you gotta say, Trish.
And not the beginning
190 stream streak. No way. One Trish.
And that was really cool to hear. Like, you maybe have a lot of them there, but at the end of the round, those are ones we can share up for the next time.
A 180 into 190.
They did have decent fundamentals.
Wait, how? How'd you guys stick up with the sleep? Whoa.
Their attack, which is just their own.
Your PC must be on Parma. 310 stream streak.
And we've seen Zekin and G2's Jogamo do amazing things on our stage.
You haven't missed a stream in 310? How's that even possible? I don't appreciate art. You call this art? I just feel like we're running out of ideas these days. Maybe I'm wrong. 333. Where are you guys getting these numbers from? Tugboat Wade with the tier 1. Thank you so much for the 9 months, man. Thank you, thank you. JJ Morin as well. Thank you also for that, mate. It's easier now. You can miss, say, Pacific, and if EMEA is on, it doesn't reset. Oh, is it done by, like, days now? Ah, I thought you had to catch, like, every stream. I'm roasting everything today. Yeah, dude, they're just playing TikTok games, man. What do you want from me? We're just helping the brain rot. Funny idea. I mean, the hot dog one was pretty good. I'll say that one. I was alright with the hot dog one. Is America's the tech pause region now? It might be, yeah. It might actually be. We had a crazy one last time, right?
Patience. We are here on Abyss.
Spruce,
second half.
575 stream streak.
There was a bit of
that
a punch
is
to the throat
insane.
from NRG on their bonus round, as you can see there, but they get right back in it. They caught their breath.
Spruce,
they pulled 2 more rounds in bands, and they're making a run for this.
That's why the timeout's super important as well for NRG's side.
I actually have no idea how you've
make
done
any
that.
mistake and they lose that map, so
That's
NRG have to
insane.
put things up a little bit on that side. Verno already going for some information early with that knife too.
As if I've streamed that much as well.
NRG's playing off site.
Aspas
get into a plant.
Who can follow? Everybody's in. They're realizing that they can kind of bully around NRG here on the lower by round, and that's exactly what they should be doing, taking that confidence right to the front door. Aspas is going to stay up there. He's like, yeah, I'm going to play the risky position for a moment.
NRG are definitely looking to flood back as well.
Okay, big eco. What changed? Ethan saved money so Mata can get an AWP.
That's good in the end. The round's going to come in for MIBR, but I feel that there's still a small misstep on MIBR's anti-eco here. To still give that plant for Mazzino and not to give it for anybody else. Tex is now 2 away from his ult. If he actually got that plant down, they could go for orb control in the next. Aspas is also 2 away on his own. That would have given him a chance here to, again, snowball some ultimates. Give him a chance to hopefully string a couple of these rounds, but it's a little bit of a mishap.
That's a new song, apparently. Tex making it up out there. Over towards the left, so it looks like they might just...
Alright, here we go. Like we said, save the money for the AWP. They buy light armor as well, so it does mean the TMV gets another video, of course, but also that they can buy next if they lose this one.
Yeah, Mana could stay on this line. The salvo actually pushed Verno away from the drone, so Mana could still continue here. Especially with the knife being shot out, this has to be a little bit of a signal, at least for the side of MIBR, that they should not continue to commit. If you're playing out in the open like that and immediately breaking util,
so much commitment to it. Yeah,
that there's going to be an op or at least Mata and somebody in aggressive position.
It's a great call. You got to be
they cooked, surely.
Heady on the state of the game. It's one of the things we see both of these teams being very aware of what possible situations could be at hand. And here, Brock Looking for another 1, 2, 3 maybe if they come
I
through.
mean, the KO ult might just win
This
him
is
it.
also preparation coming in from NRG. This camera that's being thrown by Tex, when you're throwing these smokes on the top of that mid side, he uses a camera to ping the door and he breaks it as a wallbang and lurks up. And as it gets broken up, they could try to go for the late hit, the 4-1 at that spot. So that's why NRG
does he have a smoke in hand? He does, right? Smoke in hand.
He's trying to get
You
away
can just
from
spam
this,
the hell out of
no
this.
command.
Ooh, I like this from Aspas actually going up top because you know they're going to go play in front of the smoke and just spam it.
Standing to the left side of the smoke as they see their duelist go in.
Yeah, you got to give it to NRG though. Kiko just smoke in hand the whole time, waiting for this ult.
Instantly shutting
Ready to place
MIBR
it straight away.
the
Ult goes
entry,
in
but
and they're just fine.
Alive
Everyone
for a
just swings
moment,
behind
can't
it.
get over to Mizzino to get him alive. And now Tex, the last one alive as the kills come through. TP to the other side. Tex is trying to find the kills. He heard the TP, so he's trying to swing it back and forth.
Time on this.
And he keeps it alive for now. There's no time on the clock.
It's a solid showing for NRG. They were very drilled on this. That was a crazy attack.
13-6 Abyss.
A strong start for the